An Oklahoma state lawmaker files 2 bills for the next legislative session to honor the life of Charlie Kirk. Fox 25's Capitol reporter Paige Taylor is live on UCO's campus with a breakdown of what these bills would do. Paige.
Wendy, one bill would declare October 14th of each year as Charlie Kirk Free Speech Day, and then another bill would require public colleges and universities like the one I'm at right now to create Charlie Kirk Memorial Plazas on their campuses.
State Senator Shane Jett filing 2 pieces of legislation for lawmakers to consider next year, both regarding the death of political activist Charlie Kirk. One of the bills would impact college campuses, where Kirk spent a lot of his time debating college students. Senate Bill 1187 would require every institution within the Oklahoma state system of higher education to create a designated square or plaza on their campus to be named the Charlie Kirk Memorial Plaza. The bill states that public universities and colleges can accept donations from the National Endowment for the Arts and private, corporate, or public sources to fund the development, maintenance, and enhancement of the squares or plazas. The legislature may also provide matching funds according to the bill. It also says the square or plaza should include a statue of Charlie Kirk sitting at a table with an empty seat across from him, or a statue of Kirk and his wife with their kids. In a statement, Jett says, "We condemn this evil, and through the introduction of these pieces of legislation in Charlie Kirk's honor, we will ensure his legacy of courage and conviction lives on in Oklahoma." OU student Cole Hopper shared his thoughts on the idea.
Pretty much everybody I know is like talking about it, and I feel like it's a big enough deal that, I think there can be a lot of support behind it. I think it would be cool to, see something happen here at OU's campus, have a place for the people who usually come here all the time, like to have their own space dedicated to do that.
Some students we spoke with were not on board with the idea, but did not want to speak on camera, raising concerns about what might happen if they did.
And if this bill were to pass, institutions would have to have their Charlie Kirk Memorial Plazas up and running by March 1st of 2028. Reporting live at UCO, Paige Taylor, Fox 25 News.